So I've been trying to get this to work for the last day and a half, and I could not get it to work. But pretty much Gus33000 posted a skin for the Microsoft Surface Duo emulator. Also, for some reason, my emulators are kind of busted for some reason. But if you guys know what the Surface Duo emulator is, pretty much it is right here. So for example, this is the Surface Duo 1 running Android 10. It's a good little look. We can go back and see what Android 10 looked like on the Surface Duo 1. We can run different applications, different games, kind of get a general gist. You can also get the Surface Duo 2's emulator, the Surface Duo 2 or the Surface Duo 1 running Android 11, and then also 12L. So currently I just have Android 10 here. I don't know why, but my 11 and 12L are not working. So I can't actually show those two off, but it's pretty much plain and simple. It's a Surface Duo that you are running as the emulator on your computer. So again, this is not my actual phone, so that phone number is not my actual phone number. This is like a public thing that anyone can use and actually have for the Surface Duo. And again, like I said, it's actually really great for developers of different applications to kind of get, used to the Surface Duo, help develop applications for the Surface Duo. And to be honest, looks absolutely gorgeous. So with that being said, I've been trying for the last day and a half to get this bad boy to work because Gus33000 posted this on December 23rd. He actually made a skin for the Surface Duo's emulator, but for Windows 11. So you guys already know, yes, Windows 11 is on the Surface Duo 1 and on the Surface Duo 2. More on the Surface Duo 1 than the 2 though, because the 2 is not perfect yet. The 1 is almost flawless. The 2 is still having some problems. Now, based on what he says in this, it's not finished yet. There mainly no sensor emulation yet, which is why I even wanted this as a debugging this on the phone started. Mainly no sensor emulation yet, which is why I even wanted this as a debugging. This on the phone started to be painful, but you can get this today on ARM64HV with accurate Duo 1 resolution here. So I tried to follow the whole thing. I couldn't get it to work. But nonetheless, though, it is still very cool to kind of take a look at, just like we do with the Surface Duo 1's emulator or the Duo 2 or whatever. When we do, it's awesome just to take a look at it and say, okay, you know what? This is kind of what we can expect. Now, when it comes to the Surface Duo 1's emulator, because this is the Surface Duo, as you guys see, Surface Duo in the left-hand corner here. Yes, this is the Surface Duo, but with how big this screen is, you already know what I was going to say, right? It reminds me of a Surface Neo. What could have been the Surface Neo? I don't know. I'm always going to reference that because that's what I see when I look at phones like this, where it's like a gigantic 2-screen laptop. But again, like I said, this is what maybe could be in the future, right? Possibly could be in the future, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. And if he can fully get this to work, because I did get a comment down below, I think it was like a week and a half ago, somebody said like, what's the point of running Windows on the Surface Duo 1? Is there any real purpose? Like, why is it better to run this than Android on the Surface Duo 1? And the whole point of it is not that we hate Android, right? It's that Android has limitations. And the whole point of the Surface Duo 1 and 2 is it's supposed to be that unique foldable device with maximum productivity. So when you're able to dual boot, which you pretty much are at this moment in time with the Surface Duo 1, into Windows 11, you're getting extra functionality. It's not just doing it so you can play Steam games or doing it so you can have some functionality in the Windows aspect. It's really just having an all-in-one device. Now, obviously, we're not there yet, right? We're not to a point where it's stable enough that it's absolutely, you pick up and play, plug and play pretty much, and you're ready to go. But we're hoping that one day it does get to that point. It does get to that ability where, you're able to kind of plug and play and do whatever you need to do. You know, maybe you want to have one day you want to play on Android, right? You want to have your computer, all your games and your Play Store and everything like that. And then let's say, for example, you go into a meeting, boot into Windows. It's just having the functionality all in one device is why we're so excited about it and why we love it so much. Because yes, while could this phone just run Android, clearly there are a lot of limitations with software issues and bugs and glitches where I feel like it just overall wise better just give the, take the roof off the ceiling and just let it soar through the stars. And that's why I love to see this. Nonetheless, though, again, like I said, as time goes on, this is going to get better and better. This emulator will, all the emulators will. I'm probably going to try to see what's wrong with this emulator right here, the Surface Duo one. Because I want to go ahead and try out 12L. Now, I have tried out 12L one time in the emulator, and it worked perfectly fine for me. There's no bugs or glitches like it was on the real device. So, I'll kind of go back and see if I can get this one working. If I can, there will be a video on this Windows 11 emulator just taking a look. Based on what Gus 33000 said, though, I don't think there's much to kind of take a look at yet. We're not at a point where we're looking at it as in, listen, this is like cool, something you can mess around with and see Windows 11 on it. It's more or less just like, as he said, debugging type thing where it's kind of there to kind of glance at and say, oh, that's actually really cool. That's really amazing. But not to a point yet where we're like, okay, this is it, guys. This is the big deal, right? So we're not there yet. With that being said, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, though. Hope you guys had a great Christmas. I do appreciate every one of you guys watching my content. And hopefully we kick off this new year in a couple days. And you know what? Gonna be a great 2023. See you guys next one. Peace.